Hey, what is up guys? Mixelplix here. In today's video, I got something special for you guys. We're going to be doing the dungeon Atal'Dazar on the new Marksman Hunter. Now, on the build of February 13th, included all the fixes for Marksman, which allows it to actually be playable. Before, a lot of the abilities weren't working. You could visually see that they were supposed to be there, but we weren't getting buffs. But in this new build, we're going to be going through this as Marksman. We're going to be testing it out, showing you how good the AoE DPS is, how good the single target DPS is, some of the new hit rotation. Now this is a recorded video I did just out of the blue. I didn't expect to actually get into a dungeon. Luckily I did. I hit the record button. So we are going to be doing some commentating over some of the things in the dungeon. We're going to be kind of describing some of the boss mechanics, but I want to kind of tell you guys some of the things I like about Marksman, some things I don't like, but let's go and get down into it. We're going to be going down to the first boss, Razan. Now Razan is a undead T-Rex, really easy boss, simple mechanics. I'm pretty sure it's a little bit undertuned, so but pretty easy fight. Now the good thing about Marksman, it's very single target based now. We did get Hunter's Mark back, now it now increases the damage taken by the target by 5%. And if that target dies while the debuff is on, you get 40 focus back, I believe. So it's pretty good. I actually really like that. Unfortunately, we can't spread that out as of yet, so it's more of a single target ability. So there might be, you know, at one point you might need to do mouse overs or something like that. I don't know. Definitely macros would probably help you in this regard. So on this boss, there is skeletal piles on the ground, and if you step on those, you spawn a reanimated raptor. Now these reanimated raptors are not too much trouble, especially when you have a good healer. But the thing is, we had a pretty good tank that was getting aggro on them right away, and we also had good shadow priests which were just dotting everything and just killing them instantly. So pretty easy boss. He does do a fear. You can LOS this with the pillar, but due to his position and where these piles were, we couldn't really do that. So as you see here, I end up spawning a few of these raptors at one point or another, but overall pretty easy boss. The rotation for hunters is still kind of a work in progress, as dungeons are kind of hard to get right now in alpha, but I kind of open up with a aim shot, which then with talents gives me 2 quick shots, which is my number 4. You can use 2 of those into an aim shot, into 2 of those, etc, etc. Pretty easy rotation. It's nothing really too crazy. You try to use rapid fire, which is number 3 on cooldown, to regain some focus, and it does actually some pretty good damage. I could have done a little bit more AoE damage here to get some of these raptors killed, but I was still learning at this point. Again, literally logged in, queued for a dungeon, got in within probably about 2 minutes, which is like super rare, but pretty good. So with Marksman, they baked a lot of stuff in from legendaries into actually, I don't know if they really baked anything that really specific into Marksman. So Marksman is now going to be very passive focused. I'll probably do this in a talent tree video, kind of in depth for you guys, but I will show you guys what I am using on the screen right now. But I'll also show you, or I'll give you guys a link to the Wowhead talent tree, so if you can go ahead and look at it for yourself. But for the most part, most of my talents are passive choices, and it really does kind of help my damage. So the good thing about Marksman now is when you multi-shot, you can aim shot up to 5 targets no matter what. So basically the AoE rotation as is, you do multi-shot, aim shot, multi-shot, aim shot, and it's so strong. I mean, I was literally at one point, I don't know if you'll see it in this video, but you can do like 7 to 8k hits on multiple targets, and that's very strong considering a lot of these packs or these mobs only have maybe 100k HP. So you're chunking them for quite a bit. Even at this level, it's pretty good. Now, I did choose to go a lock and load build for this for obvious reasons. It was proccing quite a bit. I am using the legendary gloves. I believe you could probably use the boots. The new True Shot aura actually gives you 25% increased damage. Oh, as you see right there, I just chunked that group. Holy crap. I mean, you do some good damage. You really do. I think AoE is going to be Marksman's thing going into Battle for Azeroth. But their damage in single target is pretty good. The only thing I am very concerned about is the ability to cast aim shot on the go, if that's even going to be possible via maybe some gear that specializes in aim shot being able to be casted while moved or while moving, similar to the gloves that I'm using right now. I guess you could kind of get past that using lock and load, but I don't know. Aim shot is one of those things I kind of miss it when it was something you could kind of cast while moving, but I'm hoping we have a replacement for these gloves in Battle for Azeroth in some shape or form through gear. Now on this pack here, the NPCs do cast, I think, or an ability called Bulwark of Juju. You kind of want to kill those primarily because it reduces the damage they take by like 95%, I believe, for everyone in that bubble. So it's makes the mobs take a lot less damage. We were just not really focusing them that much. I myself was just trying to show as much AoE damage as I could. Though this polymorph ability is a curse, and if you stack on each other, it can chain. So it's very, very strong. Okay, so again, the AoE rotation is pretty simple. You can multi-shot into an aimed, but you can also multi-shot into a rapid fire, which is again my number 3. That will also do up to 2 targets with the multi-shot buff, which is bombardment, I believe. I might have to recorrect that later and edit, in post, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But so it can hit up to 2 targets consistently, but if you're looking for true AoE damage, multi-shot into aimed is just so good. Plus you can kind of buff that even more with a talent that increases your aim shot by another 15% when you cast aim shot, or multi-shot, I mean, sorry. Alright, so for this boss, pretty easy. Volcall, I believe is how you say it. You kill the 3 totems here. Luckily we had 2 shadow priests, so these things were dying before I could really even get to them. Multi-dots for the win, you know what I mean? He does Toxic Leap consistently throughout this first phase. And then in phase 2, it's a straight burn. He does drop like green ooze on your or below your feet. This is on everybody. So the mistake we kind of do in this is we kind of just get it everywhere, and you can really tell the space you have is very limited. Unfortunately, we didn't have Bloodlust for this boss, but it's kind of a tough fight. At the very end, you'll see that we were running out of space. Luckily for Hunter, all you gotta do is disengage and maybe Exhilaration, you'll be good. But for tank and the healer, you can definitely see it was getting kind of rough. But this fight I could see being a lot of fun in Mythic Plus with the proper Bloodlust and real gear. I could see it being a lot of fun. Pretty easy boss though overall. Also, I would like to mention you can cast Steady Shot on the go in Battle for Azeroth. So that is a good generator as well. You can also cast Rapid Fire while moving as well. So you do have some good generators. Movement is, in that case, is very good. It's just maintaining the dump or the focus dump when you cast Aim Shot. It can get kind of crazy. Because it takes so much, but it's easy to recoup. especially if you're using rapid fire or throwing in a couple steady shots as well. So in this part of this, leading up to this boss room, this, I remember my first time we were doing this on stream, this fire will one-shot you, guaranteed. I'm hoping in Mythic Plus maybe this gets sped up a little bit, or maybe even the timing gets changed. I think that'd be kind of a cool mechanic to kind of add some randomness to this dungeon. But this is, it's a beautiful dungeon, man. I really got to say, I really love the aesthetics of this zone. It's a treat to look at. I do wish one of my groups would full clear this so I could take better screenshots, but overall, really enjoying it. If I could keep doing dungeons a little bit more consistently on Alpha, I would, but usually when you get these, it's kind of like a dime a dozen, you know what I mean? You gotta just be thankful you got a group, because I've had a couple times where I sit in the queue for about 2 or 3 hours and just never get a group, so you gotta enjoy it while you can. Alright, so for this boss, Priestess Atal'Dazar, I think that's how you pronounce it, Atal'Dazar, I don't know. It's a pretty easy boss. Unfortunately, she was bugged for us, as you're going to see here. But it's a fight where it's kind of like Calls of Valor. I believe it's like the third boss where you kind of have to dodge a few things. I can't think of her name. Yeah, I can't think of her name. I can't think of her name, and I'm too lazy to go look up on Wildhead. Basically, on this fight, you can bounce between. She will spawn some orbs that will be avoidable damage. I mean, you just run past them. But she's going to do a thing called transfusion, I believe it's called. Basically, she will suck the life out of you and heal herself. All right. And on this fight, you're going to want to stand in these blood pools during the fight and basically corrupt her. So you can get corrupted with this blood. So when she decides to do this ability, she will actually lose 1% per tick if you have that debuff. So it's pretty good if you can get everybody to do it. It's really hard because it's really fast. But in this, for us, I think this new build bugged out this fight. So we ended up doing it up here on the stage and kind of nullifying all the mechanics. This will probably be a strat in Mythic Plus. I'm not sure. If this gets fixed, probably. The thing about this boss, she does do like one buff that increases her melee damage. That's about it. Pretty easy, you know, overall though. It's a lot of fun, especially when you're actually doing the mechanics. It can get pretty chaotic. But overall, if you have a magic cleanser and you have people that stand in the puddles and have good damage output, this boss falls over very quickly. All right, for this next boss, we're not really going to go into it too much. It's pretty simple. You basically want to run away if you get the debuff, away from the tank. If you are ranged or melee DPS, you need to switch over to that ad that spawns right away. If it reaches the boss, it does a shit ton of damage, so it cannot reach the boss. It can be stunned, slowed, everything. You also do not want to get hit by those spiders or stand in their ooze, as it will almost kill you instantly. It's pretty ridiculous. And that's pretty much the whole fight. I definitely recommend you have a bloodlust for it as well. So other than that, it's a pretty easy fight. I want to go ahead and take a moment and thank you guys for checking out the channel recently. I've been putting a lot of work in doing the video editing and then all that stuff to try and get these videos out once a day while alpha is out. And even though we haven't really jumped in subscribers that much, the fact that we're getting maybe 50 to 100 views on some of these videos is enough for me, honestly. The subscribers would be great, but the fact that people are viewing my content means the world to me, so thank you, seriously. It just means that people are enjoying, hopefully, the video and some of the content I'm providing. I think for the next video, we're going to be doing Marksman Hunter. We're going to be doing a breakdown like we did for Survival Hunter, and just kind of showcasing the changes from live to alpha, and just kind of my input on it, the playability, the fun factor, etc., and some of my thoughts of it in its current state, just like I did in the other videos. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that like button. If you didn't, dislike the shit out of it. Thank you guys for watching my videos. More content is on the way. Marksman Hunter, then maybe Rogue, maybe Warlock. We'll have to see. Let me know down in the comments what you guys want to see. I don't mind doing it. Every class is ready. I just need to cover it whenever I can. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next Battle for Azeroth alpha video.